Welcome back to today's topic, where we discuss the most interesting and amazing topics known to man. I'm your host, Carter Moore, tonight with guests Kylie Crane and Kenzie Clark. And tonight, I'm very curious. We've had some controversial subjects in the past on this show, but I want to keep it light today. I want to ask you, Kenzie, I want to know who your favorite serial killer is.
I think my favorite serial killer will probably have to be Richard Ramirez, the Night Stalker in California.
All right, I am completely in the dark on the history of this. When was this around? What's he famous for here?
I actually have no idea the timeline, but I do know what happened.
So I see your favorite then.
Basically because every other serial killer had a very definitive modus operandi, which is basically their pattern. Mm-hmm. And he had no pattern at all. He would just pull up to someone's house and just kill them, randomly. He never sought them out or stalked them. He would literally just drive around and stop, and whoever he stopped at, he would go kill him.
Oh my, that's terrifying, personally. Why do you enjoy this?
Honestly don't know. I think it's just interesting to learn the psychology behind it, why they do it.
That's completely fair. I can see that. I'm personally a little too terrified to do that, so you won't find me looking up any serial killers, but that's okay. I think that's all the time we have for this segment. Join us back here in just a few moments and we'll hear about Kylie's favorite serial killers.
Wish that I was on old Rocky Top.
Down Tennessee Hills.
Home sweet home to me.
Welcome back to today's topic. I'm your host, Carter Moore, here with Kylie Crane. We're going to talk about your favorite serial killer. Kylie, go ahead, take it away.
So my favorite serial killer has to be Jeffrey Dahmer. I grew up in Wisconsin, and I grew up in Milwaukee, and I went to school in Milwaukee, and it was just always in the back of my head that there had been certain places where he had been that I was at, and wondering, okay, did he pick up his next victim here? Did he kill anybody here? I remember I was in an apartment once with a bunch of friends, and they said that this was the apartment complex that he had killed one of his first victims in, and it really did terrify me, and I think it just got to my head. It was just very, very scary.
But so this is your favorite because it scared you? Or
more so it just hit home for me because, I was, he lived in my hometown and everything, and I had walked the streets where he prowled at night, so
sure, that
was pretty scary.
So maybe not necessarily favorite, but just most interested, or maybe something like that.
Most interesting, just because a lot of his victims were in Wisconsin, even though a lot of serial killers are from Wisconsin, which is kind of alarming.
Really?
Yeah, Ed Gein, John Wayne Gacy, I think, took a couple victims.
Maybe it's the cheese curds. I don't know. Well, that's all the time we have for tonight, folks. Thank you so much for tuning in. Thank you for watching. Tune in next week where we will talk about some other crazy topic for the night. Have a good one.